Someone on YouTube asked me the other day, can you do a video on health and safety career? Like, what's the career path? Why would I want to do it? How do I do it? How do I get started? How do I progress? Wow, okay, that's a lot of ground to cover. Well, my name is Will Taylor. I am a chartered member of IOSH. I've been a health and safety professional since 2003, so that's what, 20 years now? No, I haven't. No, 2001. Wow, it's like 22 years. Long time. Why do it? Well, first of all, it's a proper profession. It's a proper career. Like, I am a chartered member of IOSH. This is a chartered profession, just like you get chartered lawyers, chartered accountants, chartered engineers. You get chartered lawyers? No, they're not chartered, but it's a proper profession. It's not just a course that you do. It's not like being a PAT tester. Yeah, no disrespect to PAT testers because you're super important, but there's no such thing as being a chartered PAT tester. No, you might be a chartered engineer, chartered electrical engineer, and so on. So it really is a real profession. As much as the profession doesn't always get the respect that it deserves, you can have the self-esteem in knowing that you play a part in saving lives in your own way. You prevent harm. Also, it's decent money. Now, wages might be better in some industries than others, but once you're well established today, that you can be earning 30 to 50 to 60,000 pounds. A chartered health and safety manager with some years of experience, 5 to 10 years of experience today, probably commands somewhere in the region of 50 to 60,000 pounds, plus the car, plus the pension and all the rest of it. Certainly, as soon as I got qualified and started to get safety roles, even the junior roles, my salaries were just better than what I had before. So it's a good earner, and there are plenty of health and safety jobs out there. Some places it's harder than others, but generally speaking, there are lots of opportunities. Now, how do you get started? Well, there's two things we need to do. It's the whole training, qualifications, and experience. Two things you need to do. Regardless of your experience, get yourself signed up onto a course. Usually I recommend the NEBOSH National General Certificate or the International General Certificate if you're outside of the UK, and just get that qualification. That's what I did in 2003. That was my very first proper health and safety qualification. And with that, you start to look for entry-level jobs, frontline things. The title doesn't matter. Kind of ignore the titles, but you're looking for things like health and safety officer, health and safety coordinator, health and safety advisor, even health and safety administrator. It might just be an admin job. Doesn't matter. It's like you're in the team. You're being exposed to health and safety stuff, processes, paperwork, procedures, and you will engineer opportunities to get out there with your colleagues and do some real hands-on health and safety stuff. Like, do a year or two of health and safety admin, you might get promoted to health and safety advisor, yeah? So just look for any entry-level job you can. Now, a lot of places, they want experience. And so it's like, how do you get the experience if you haven't got your first job? Well, it's actually not that hard. You can get experience a lot of the time in your current role. So if you are currently a supervisor, team leader, maybe a frontline manager, look to do as much of the health and safety parts of that job as possible. Like, do some risk assessments, get involved in the incident investigations, get involved in the inspections. Even if you're not a supervisor or manager, can you volunteer to become a health and safety representative? Become a safety rep, and then get yourself involved in the committee, in the discussions, put yourself forward to help out with risk assessments, investigations, inspections. Volunteer, put yourself forward. Now, not everywhere will allow you to get involved. Some people are like, yeah, we're not interested, sit down, get back in your box. And if that's the case, keep trying, but in the end, go get another job. Just go somewhere else. But if they will give you opportunities, then take advantage. And most companies, in my experience, will bite the hand off someone who wants to help, someone who wants to be helpful. Hey boss, I've got all these safety responsibilities. You're too busy. You ain't got time for this. You don't even want to do it. Give that to me. I don't want any extra money. Don't want any extra time. Just give it to me. I'll sort it out. And if your boss asks you why, just be honest. I'd say, well, longer term, I'd like to do it full time. And it will be great for me to just get a little bit of extra experience that I can put on my CV. And maybe if this business grows big enough, maybe one day a role will appear here, because I would love to stay here. That's what I did back in 2001, 2002, and then started to do my NEBOSH course at the same time. And then by the time I got to, when I changed roles, I got my very first entry-level role in a manufacturing company and I was taken under somebody's wing with just my NEBOSH General Certificate. Now you're going to have to progress on from there, aren't you? You don't want to be a junior health and safety officer all your career. You're going to want to progress on to advisor, business partner, manager, director maybe. And so to do that, first of all, you're going to have to put some time in and do some donkey work on the front line, get involved in the nitty-gritty and learn how to do it. And you must carry on training. Ultimately, you want to become chartered. That's your goal, long term. So you're going to have to go get a level 6 qualification that will get you chartered with IOSH. Now, there's a few of those around. You can do a NEBOSH diploma, you can do an NVQ level 6, and there might even be some postgraduate degrees and degrees that you can do and so on. But broadly speaking, it's the NEBOSH diploma and the NVQ level 6, which are your predominant choices. Although there is now an IOSH level 6 qualification, which I don't know very much about because I don't know anyone who's done it yet. Now, doing that qualification is a serious undertaking. It's going to take you a couple of years. It's going to cost either you or your employer quite a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of time and dedication, and there is no guarantee of success either because it is a tough qualification. But if you can get that, once you get your level 6, IOSH will give you what they call their certified level of membership, and you can add some letters to your name, Cert IOSH, which gives you a bit of recognition. But very quickly, I think you could become chartered if you've got enough experience and knowledge. Now, along the way, you might find it useful to get some quick wins. Because the NEBOSH diploma and the NVQ are such long-term projects, a couple of years, you might find it useful to get some little qualifications along the way. So incident investigation, we do a great course on that, NEBOSH incident investigation. You might want to get stress management courses, process safety courses, fire certificate. And I would not neglect, this is probably the most underrated tip, but it might actually be the most important. Do not neglect the soft skills, the people skills. None of the safety courses really teach you how to handle people. Now, you might be a natural. You might be the kind of person that everyone just warms to, and you can get people to just, you can sell sand to the Eskimos or snow to the Arabs, or is it the other way around? Whichever way. You need to learn how to handle people because safety ultimately involves a lot of negotiation, a lot of sales, a lot of relationship building, winning people over, even in difficult conversations.
Do you want to go back to them or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
Trump.
Whether they're junior or senior people, do not neglect those people skills. So you might want to do some leadership courses, some negotiation courses. And again, we've also got a course on this called the CPD Certified Managing People Effectively course. So that is broadly the career path. It took me how long? I started in 2001, I got my NEBOSH General Certificate in 2003, I passed my NEBOSH Diploma in 2008, and then I was pretty lazy and I just didn't bother getting chartered. I dragged my heels on that one, but I got chartered in 2013, I think it was. So, that's about a 10-year period, and to be honest, I could have done it in 5. Anyway, if you've got any questions about the career path, how things work, if you've got your particular situation you want to bounce off me, put that in the comments below somewhere, and I'll do my very best to give you some informal advice over the internet. Ciao for now.